not warning, but I've got to let you know. Okay, here we go. And we are going to be back live in just a couple of seconds here. All right. I am having way too much fun off air talking with the wonderful Ava Isabella Simone. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am thrilled to be able to do the gig with you this morning. I'm thrilled. You have so much personality. I'm serious. You are amazing. You really are. And you just had you just had a birthday.
I did.
Tell us about yourself.
My name's Ava Simone, and I'm 13 years old. I love singing and musical theater, and it is my passion. And I also love fashion. Love it. That's like an alternative career, you know. And
well, tell me a little bit about that. About fashion.
About fashion?
Yeah.
I love looking at old runways. They're like my favorite things, and I love wearing fancy clothes, even when it's not asked.
So if I said I love wearing fancy clothes, you'd know that wouldn't be accurate, right?
No
I
comment.
mean, look at me. Look,
no comment.
Yeah. Oh God, I shouldn't tell this story. No, I'm not going to tell. Louis, filter. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyways, I do love clothes, and I also love going outside, sports, everything. I actually recently played flag football. We did not make it a playoffs, but it was very fun, and I would totally do it again. And I was on offense.
So what was that like for you?
It was very nerve-wracking the first two games, because I thought I was going to trip and fall and like break my head, but I didn't.
But you did not.
I did not. I think, at least. So we persevered.
You are a very bright young lady also.
Yes.
And I can tell on a couple of levels, vocabulary, one of them. But tell me about school for you.
Well, school. I mean, it's fun.
You crack me.
It's fun, but
wonderful personality. Go ahead.
I love learning, and I love seeing my friends there. They're great people. I made a lot of friends this year. I actually made friends with a girl that we used to really dislike each other, and we used to clash a lot.
So how did that happen? Tell me about, because that would be a wonderful lesson for people your mom's age, my age, not your mom certainly, but I mean younger people than me, people my age, the ability to bridge that. And I just very briefly, before you go into it, there was someone that I had a conflict with. He was upset with me because of how poorly I get back to him on texts and phone calls, etc. And it got difficult. And we came back together, and we're better friends. He and I are better friends now than we've ever been, after weathering that storm, if you will, and reaching out and coming through it. Tell me about this other person at school. Tell me about how you did that.
I like giggled because I am so bad at answering texts unless it's like from my family members, because I know if I don't, they're gonna kill me. I mean,
yes,
but
yeah.
But I basically we didn't really like each other, because I thought she was a little too crazy, and she thought I was a piece of work. And this was like third grade, so I saw her this year, and I had never been in her class before, and I think that was really a problem because I never really got to talk to her. And so I just thought I would put it aside, and I would just introduce myself again, because I never really did. And so I just said hi to her, and then she has a really nice personality, and it was really a lovely conversation.
What do you think it is about you, Ava, that you thought, you know what, I'm gonna, at your young age, to have that consciousness, if you would, and to have that awareness, let me say awareness, say, you know what, I'm going to introduce myself to her, and I'm going to reach out. I'm going to extend a heart to her, or I'm going to extend myself to her? What motivated you to do that?
I think I always give people second chances. I think everyone
Wow.
deserves one, unless in some cases, but I'm not going to go there. But I think everyone deserves a second chance. And I think everyone messes up sometimes. We're human. And I think everyone is deserving of one. So I decided to give her a second chance. And I think I'd rather be friends with my enemies.
And everybody deserves a second chance. Again, for, the wisdom, you've got a lot of wisdom, and for your youth, for any age. Again, I keep saying for your youth. I know people my age that won't or don't do that. And, if you haven't learned it by my age, chances are, I dare say it's not coming. maybe for some. But what do you think that is about you? I really want to explore that. I think it's wondrous.
I don't know. I just think I'd rather be friends with people rather than
Sure.
hold something against them. I mean, I think everyone has the ability to love and show true compassion towards another person. And I think I want to see that. And I think that I wouldn't want to upset them. And I know that they're a human being and they have feelings as well. So I'd rather just befriend them.
Boy, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. Seriously, that's beautiful. A lot of empathy. It is. For listeners, I mean, you make the best facial expressions. You do. You're very expressive. So tell me more about life for you.
It's going great right now. At this point in time, like right now, it's going fine. Great, no complaints. But these past few weeks, I've been like having the worst time. Like
Why is that?
I have no idea. I
Aw.
have no idea. I've just been like crying and stuff. But it wasn't like, "Oh, I'm so sad." It was like, "Oh." But I'm not going to do an example of that. But I have no idea. We were at Macy's the other day trying on dresses for a bat mitzvah that I went to these past 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. I love bat
Yeah.
mitzvahs. Invite me to bat mitzvahs. I love partying. I have no idea. It's the best. And I won a whole tub of Smarties. But let's go back to the actual conversation.
Okay.
So we went shopping for Macy's dresses because I had a gift card from Christmas. And I like looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, ah. I don't even know. It wasn't even me in the mirror. It was because there were like 2 mirrors on the side. And I could see like 3,000 me's. And I was like, ugh. One me is enough. It's more than enough.
Well, believe me, when I go by a mirror and I see myself, it scares me. But you're a lovely young lady and I'm a funny looking old guy. So it's very, very, very different. So the bat mitzvahs were a lot of fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
They were the best, except the DJs,
Oh.
not the best music. Not the best. They did this terrible remix of Fantasy by Mariah Carey, which is one of my favorite songs. And I had requested it. Nope. It was horrid. They somehow found a way to mess it up.
But you had fun. Nonetheless, you had fun.
I had fun.
Don't you think sometimes if it's you can have fun if the music is bad or not so great? I mean, because you can have fun making fun of the bad music, right?
I think I enjoy all kinds of music except country. I can't say that. No, I don't like country. I don't like it. I like some Dave Matthews songs, but that's it.
Who else? I'm sure you know bands and musicians that I've never even heard of. So who do you like?
I really like indie kind of music and also rock. I
Like
love
who?
rock.
Like who? Give me some examples.
I love AC/DC. I love Kiss. I do like them. I also like Nirvana a lot.
Wow.
And I actually
That's
got an
interesting.
electric guitar for my birthday.
And tell me about the guitar.
It is very difficult and I practice as much as I can, but I quit very easily, but I have no idea, but it's
you just got it for your birthday, which was recently.
December 30th.
Yeah.
Yes. And I actually had COVID for my birthday. Ooh.
Yeah, that was rough. How was
It was
that for you? I mean, not on just on your
awful.
birthday. How was the COVID?
It was awful. And the fact that it was on my birthday made me cry all the time. I was like, "Ooh," but I also used it against my parents. So whenever they said no to me, I would go, but I got COVID on my birthday. And they'd be like, "Ooh."
You you are just amazing. Ava Isabella Simone. You are a riot. I mean, seriously, your personality, and you sing.
I do.
Okay, tell me about theater. Tell me about singing. Tell me.
Uh, well, obviously, I adore it. I've always loved musical theater because my parents took me from a very young age. And I think
When you were young. You're when you were young.
when I was younger,
Okay, thank
got
you.
it. Still got
Thank you. Thank
it.
you.
But
It always cracks me up when young people say, "Oh, when I was young."
when I was younger,
Yeah,
ooh,
younger. Yes, younger.
good memories, you know,
So
good
tell me about
memories.
that. Tell me about the music
Um,
theater.
I love it. I've always adored it. I've adored actresses and singers like Adina Menzel, Patti LuPone. Love them, adore them. I want to be like them. And I think this is going to be, and I've done theater myself. This is going to be, I think, one of my 27th show. Ooh,
Wow.
I've been doing this for too long, too
Wow.
long.
No, 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 not
But
too
it's
long
only
though.
beginning.
It's only the beginning. How is that for you?
Oh,
I think it takes a lot of, I mean, do you ever get nervous or
all
all
the
the
time,
time?
all the time. But then I'm like, why were you even nervous, Miss Simone? You're doing a great job. And I don't know. I think the nerves just get to me in the moment because I think, what if, what if? But I hate what if questions.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
ask,
What if questions can be really, yeah,
they're awful.
yeah.
And I was like, Ava, girl, we gotta just do this. And I was like, it's easy when you're done. Cause it's like, oh, what was I even worrying about? It was so easy. And I did so good, you know? But in the heat of the moment, it is very nerve-wracking and scary.
In the moment it is, but you go out and you do it
I
and
do
you do
it.
it very well.
I remember I got so nervous for this one show I was doing, Frog and Toad. It was a great show, but I was one of the leads and I was so nervous because at one point in the show, we had to go down a ramp and it was crazy, but it went really well. And it's actually one of my parents' favorite shows I've ever done. True story.
Yeah. When what is it like, again, getting out in front of people and you're portraying somebody different, you're portraying a character.
I find it easier to go out and portray a different character because when it's myself, it's like, ugh. I mean, no. I mean, like, I mean, like, I mean, I'm putting myself out there, but I don't feel that nervous, the nerves when I'm portraying a different character because it's up to interpretation. And I like that people can see into their life and what they're thinking. When I perform a character, I try to become the character and think, what would they think? Who are they? Where are they going? What's their goal?
When you get out there, you don't forget lines, you don't, because you're well prepared? I mean, do you ever have to tell
Um,
me,
I am always well
improvise?
prepared. I do have to improvise sometimes if
What's
something
that
comes
like? What's
up.
that like?
Oh, it's easy and it's fun. I love improvising. I think as long as it's along the lines of the conversation and the objective and everything, then it's good. I think improvisation, I think that's the word. I think
Improv. Yeah.
that
Go ahead.
if you have the right mind space in the moment and you're thinking, what would the character think and what is the character doing, then I think it's right. But if it goes all over the place and it's scrambled and it never gets to the point of the conversation, then I don't think I'll make it.
When you first got into theater, when you were younger, what was the tipping point? What was the motivation?
This wasn't even before I got into theater. It was when I had seen my first show ever. Which was my first show ever, Mom?
Oh, Matilda.
Matilda. And I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I was on the edge of my seat, and I had this little thingy. So, because I was so short, and so I would have to like sit on it and like look out. But I loved it, and I knew I wanted to be there one day
You wanted to be there. You wanted to
on
you
that
knew that
stage.
on that stage, do it.
Mhm.
And then you just powered forward and did it.
Yep.
Correct?
And hopefully we can get to Broadway one day. We will.
Yeah. That's the goal?
That's my goal. My goal is to be on Broadway, live in New York, in a penthouse, 3 cats, 1 dog, and that's
How
it.
did you come to the 3 cats and 1 dog?
Oh, I thought about it. I thought about it really long.
I hear that. I mean, it's obvious. It just
I really did. The 1 dog, because I love dogs. I don't think cats are better than dogs. I think they're both animals.
different.
I love
Yeah.
them. I love
Yeah.
them so much. I have 1 dog right now. I have no idea where she is. She is so nervous, but I love her so much. She's like my little baby, even though she is a little terrified of me sometimes.
I don't think your dog is terrified of you.
She is mortified.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because I feel like I try to see in her perspective, I'm like a giant, and I'm just going around saying, Lucy. I would be scared too. I would be shivering in my boots, shaking in my boots. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. It gets the point across.
So when you came to the 3 cats, how did that? Why 3?
I want to be a cat lady. It's my goal. I need an excuse to wear really festive, cute sweaters with like 7 cats around me. Oh my God, I just love cats. I've always loved cats. My parents are allergic, so I guess they're not going much.
That's why no cats.
I know, and I really, really want them.
But they're allergic, so you certainly want to put your parents through.
I told my parents we could get a hairless one, and she was like, because she thought they looked like little rats. But I think they're adorable. I think they're adorable. They're so cute.
How about that, Maggie?
They do look a little scary at first, but
they are interesting looking. They almost look like aliens, right? I mean, don't they?
They kind of do.
I mean, they're cute. I think they're very cute also, but
I love cats. I just want to have a little cat. That looked very scary. I'm not going to do that to a cat, I swear. But I think they're such cute animals, but they're also so judgmental, and I love that. I love that. Always on my toes around them. And I think that's fun.
I think people that I don't think they're cat people have just never had a cat.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because I took in a rescue cat. I've got a cat now, and had a cat. We've had many rabbits. We've had dogs over the years, and we took in a cat that loved being with the rabbits, and she would want to eat with them when they would eat their salads, their produce, their kale and dandelion greens and carrot tops. And I don't want to be gross, but she would eat with them and then yak it up. Obviously, it wasn't for her gut too much, but she wanted to sleep with them. It was great. We weren't sure how they would all get along. They got along beautifully. It's just interesting. Yeah. And the cat was, I'm going to share a story with you. I've told this story a lot on the show. We had a rabbit that died that I was very, very more than sad, very depressed, just very, very sad about. And the cat would not leave me alone. I came out of the shower once, she was sitting there waiting, and she always would freak out when I would turn the shower on. She'd run out of the bathroom. She followed me around, she knew I was sad and would sleep with me. And it was beautiful because she could feel that and wanted to make me feel better. And it was beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.
Cats, I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I think that a person who doesn't like animals is not a human being. I they were probably sent here from another planet, another universe. But I adore animals. Absolutely. I think they're
That's
like,
beautiful.
I think they're so precious, and I just love
You
animals.
want-
I don't know what I want. I just love it.
Well, we might be getting one.
I know we may be getting one. but
Getting
my
what?
mom-
What are we getting?
Another dog. But my mom is thinking of naming her Olivia. And I was thinking of nicknames for that, and I don't think it works. I think Olive Oil could be a nickname, but I don't want to call my dog Olive Oil. That would just make me a little hungry.
You're not.
I always,
Ava,
I just,
you are amazing. So talk with me about singing. What
do.
is that like? Because I have watched some of your videos, and you've got an amazing presence and just a beautiful voice. Yes, you do. You do. Tell me about that for you.
I love singing. It's like my getaway, my outlet, I guess, for all the emotions I feel ever. And I know I'm a very vocal person, not even in singing, but in the way I feel. But I feel like it's an outlet for me to get all that emotion out. And I love singing, and I always will love singing. And I never like to sing for my mother for like recordings, but I always sing when they don't want me to. And that
You
just
don't
makes it
like singing
10
for
times better. Makes it so much better. And when my brother, he's in college now, but when he was living with us, I would always sing and he would go, "Shut up." And it just made me want to sing more. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know.
you're saying you're able to get all the emotion out.
Yes.
Wait, how old are you again?
13.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
Someone told me at theater last month I have the personality of a 30-year-old man. And I was like, what does that mean? But I took it as a compliment. And I was like, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about a 30-year-old man. You've got
I do.
you're very introspective, and you're able to, I'm blown away by you. I'm serious. I'm very, very serious. I'm just, you have a maturity, a wisdom, I want to say, a wisdom that I don't even find, and introspection, I don't find sometimes in people my age. You're able to do self-examination. Seriously, you know where things come from. And, one of the lines I always say on the show is people want to point the finger, but fear the mirror. Obviously, you're able to look in the mirror and take looks at yourself and you understand about singing. I mean, I just think that's incredible. Able to get the emotion out. People may like to sing, and you ask them why. It's like, well, I like to sing. And that's okay too. That's not, I'm not saying one is good and one is bad. Certainly that's great. You like to sing, you like to sing. My singing, by the way, there's an old African saying, if you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can sing. I am the exception to that, although I love to do both, but no one wants to see me dance and no one wants to hear me sing. But you have a beautiful voice. You have a beautiful, no, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think singing, like all art forms, is up to interpretation. And I think it's about the way the audience feels when they listen to it, not only how I feel. And like you were saying before, that I do like to point the finger sometimes.
Well,
But
sometimes it's important.
sometimes it's a little bit necessary, but
Yes.
I do always try to hold myself accountable to everything I do. And I would hope that everyone else does that. I feel like that's the bare minimum. I would hope everyone does that. I mean, I used to watch so many TV shows and like movies when I was like 5. And some people
When you were
say,
young, when you were younger.
when I was younger.
Sure.
Some people say that's bad for the mind. I don't think it is. I think it teaches some people how to behave, how to be. And I remember I used to watch Mean Girls all the time, and I was like, I'm never gonna be that way, because I never wanted to make another person feel that way. And I think, fun fact, I think that TV and movies just teach you a lot about the way a person thinks and etc.
Ava, I want to share a story with you. Something else I say all the time on the show. I don't like, never liked when I was young. I'm saying young, I'm not saying younger. When I was young, period. I never liked when people said the kids these days. It's too broad. It's too judgmental. And I don't like it when I hear it now. And when I see kids these days don't have any manners. Well, I find a lot of young people that have really nice manners. And when you said that about TV shows and older TV shows and movies, I always like to compliment a young person when I see them do something nice or I hear them do something. And there was a young man once, I was going into a gas station and he opened the door. He saw an old guy coming, opened the door for me. I thanked him. I asked him about where he learned his manners. He told me from watching old TV shows. I'll hear a lot of times my mom, my dad, my grandparents, somebody else, but that just blew me away. He got his manners from watching old TV shows. Interesting, right? Like,
I think it's reasonable. I think a lot of TV shows teach, I think whether they want to or not, they do influence a lot of people and how they think. I mean, whenever I watch TV and movies, I think, how could I be a little bit more like them if they're like a really great person or they have a lot of character. I remember I used to watch a lot of Cartoon Network, but it's not the best when it comes to manners, but the characters do have a lot of character, obviously. And I guess it's where I get some of my humor from, as well as she's terrible. But
what's mom?
She's heckling me. She's like one of the hecklers from the Muppets. She's awful. Terrible.
And of course, your mom is the wonderful.
Wonderful.
Meg. She is. I love your mom. You know
Heckling
that.
is a little gentle with the words because I don't want her to get mad at me.
Oh, you just blew her kiss. I want to ask you, Ava, about your first audition at Annie.
Oh, did my mom tell you to say that? Oh my gosh. So I was with one of my favorite directors. She was a very scary director, but I think that made it better because she did teach me a lot of the things I know today. And I wanted to be in Annie so bad. I wanted to be Annie because, I had curly hair as it was, and my hair was a little bit red at the time. Don't know what happened, but I wanted to be Annie, and I thought I was so perfect for the role, which, looking back at it, I don't think I was necessarily wrong. I think I was just, I think I was really young for the role because I was 7, and the role required someone that's like 12. And so I auditioned, and they were a little shocked, I think, my mom says, because they thought, oh my gosh, she's 7. And I was like, yeah, so sweet. And I left the room and I told my mom I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. And she tells everyone this story now. Everyone and their grandma. It's awful. She goes, hey, did you know after an Annie audition, my daughter said she wants to do this for the rest of her life? And I'm like, yes, mother. I was there. But in fact, I didn't get Annie, but I had a great time. And I even had like a little solo in this song. It was great. It was fantastic. And I also met one of my best friends ever. Her name is Nadia.
Tell me about one of your best friends. Yeah.
Oh, I adore her. Absolutely. I would give up my left spleen for her. I don't know if you have a left spleen. I don't know. I haven't gone into anatomy yet. Point is, I would give it all up for her. She is one of the best people I know. And her parents are delightful. And hopefully they're watching this. Shout out to you, Nadia. Mwah. But I absolutely adore her. And She has always been by my side, and we've always had a great time together. And we had like this little friend group of 4 people, including me. It was me, her, my friend Mia, and Paloma. And we're still really close to this day, even though we do go to different schools. But I love them all, and they're great people. I love people in theater.
So tell me about RuPaul. You're a RuPaul fan. For listeners,
I knew
you're
this
looking
was gonna
over at your
come up.
mom who's not on.
Oh, please. I'm the best mom ever. I took her to RuPaul's Drag
You
Place.
said you
Tell them.
RuPaul's Drag Place?
Ava,
You can't even pronounce it right.
she is the best mom ever,
Maybe.
right?
Maybe.
Okay,
fine.
one of the best moms ever.
Maybe. She
Yeah.
does get really crazy sometimes. I feel like I'm her mom sometimes.
Well, isn't that?
I do love her. Fun
I know,
fact.
I know you do.
And I
I
think if
know
I
you
had
do.
any other mom, it would just be weird.
Yeah,
It would
of
be
course.
awkward. Well, obviously she'd be my mom, but it wouldn't be the same.
Like
But-
Maggie. Maggie.
Don't get in the camera. You
I
said
feel
you
like I
wouldn't.
have to defend myself, Louis, to this child. She's too much.
She is amazing, Maggie. She is amazing.
She's
I
amazing.
speak for the trees.
You speak for the trees. She definitely is amazing. We have a lot of fun together.
I know you do. It's obvious. It's obvious. I mean, that's clear.
I think we have a great relationship. Fantastic, dare I say. And my mom says she said this to me in the car the other day. She says, I don't even want to think of you as my daughter. And I was like, and then she was like, I'll think of you as my best friend. And I was like, I don't really know how to feel, but I love my mother.
I know you do. Tell me about RuPaul.
I adore this show. It's, I think, one of my favorite shows ever. It has everything you need in a show, reality TV wise. It has drama. It has fashion. It has looks. It has personality. It has comedy. I could go on. It's amazing. And I've been watching since I was like 7.
When you were
That
younger.
bad. And the show wasn't really appropriate for 7-year-olds. So I didn't really get the
So,
jokes.
you know, I hadn't thought about that. Is it appropriate for 13-year-olds? I guess.
No, but the majority of the fans are 13 and 14 and so on. Because all of them like to go, yes, and slay. I just appreciate the art form. And it's a great show. I love it. It's
Theater.
hilarious.
I mean, it's a lot of, right? Because they're performing.
They are performing constantly, and I adore the show. Seriously, I would give, I was thinking I want to be on the show one day, but I was like,
Yeah,
Ava, think of how I would have to be like 25 and imagine RuPaul's age. But
oh, yeah,
he looks
that's
great.
right. Yeah.
He looks great.
Yeah.
He does.
I don't know how old RuPaul is,
No idea.
but I'm going to have to look it up. So Broadway shows, what have you seen?
I have seen, recently we saw Phantom. I think that's my favorite Broadway show ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Tell me
It's so
why. Tell me
amazing.
why.
So first of all, it's beautiful. Second of all, they took such a weird concept, but they made it Broadway-ish, but it's also opera. It's operatic, and I do like that a lot. I love opera. And my first singing instructor, she actually, isn't she on
Mary Claire, yeah.
Yeah, Marie Claire. She has gone on to do opera. So I guess it's a place that my love for opera is rooted from, I think. I don't know if that's the phrase, but I hope it is.
But tell me a little bit more about opera for you. That I'm blown away by that.
One day I want to go into opera a little bit, just dip my toe in the water. But I love French opera. I think it's so pretty. French is so difficult. I try to learn it on Duolingo. It's so difficult, but I learned how to say my name. Do you want me to do it? Because I can.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Je suis Ava Simone. That's it. That's all I can do.
Wow.
Je m'appelle Ava Simone. That's my name is. And je suis is I am Ava Simone. And then ça va is how are you? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying my best, guys. It's difficult.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. When again, opera do you have any friends that are into opera?
Not
I
right
would think
now.
I just think that's fascinating.
I listen to it when I'm doing homework because I cannot focus otherwise. I can't.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
I listen to it when I'm doing homework because it's like some people listen to classical music when they're doing anything. I like classical music as well, but I find that opera helps me focus more. I have no idea why. It's like one of those things that it's like, but it also it works.
Yeah, if it works, so that helps you focus.
Yeah. I have no idea why. I mean,
You know, there's a lot of studies about music and how it affects the brain and how it affects
I read
focus.
about that in an article. Allegedly, it does help. And you know that theory about like when you're pregnant, you listen to classical music and it makes your baby smarter. I don't know if my parents listened to classical music when my mother was pregnant, but I think so. I'd like to think so. I think I turned out pretty good.
Maggie, yeah.
So I listen to rap, Ava. It was all rap music. That is why you are amazingly energetic all the time. Yeah. No, and then Broadway. We're big Broadway fans in this house. Always Broadway.
And I guess Broadway does contain a little bit of piano, which you could say is classical music. So at the end of the day, they did listen to classical music.
So tell me a little bit more about Broadway plays for you.
I adore
What
Broadway.
else? What else?
But there's always this feeling that I want to do a Broadway play. And I hope, I pray, and I know that one day I will get there with my 3
you're
cats.
manifesting it, correct?
I guess, but I know my mom is going to be like, oh, she learned from me.
Well, that's accurate, isn't it?
Hopefully my mother doesn't get mad at me for saying this,
Oh,
but
no.
when I was little, I used to think she was a hippie. And
and is that a bad thing?
no,
Okay.
I was like, I thought of a hippie as 70s, had the little flower crown, but no, my mom, she was just her. And I was like, go off.
Go off.
That kind of, I mean, the hippie thing. What?
It's really warm in here.
Okay. So are you good time? A couple more minutes?
Yeah, of course.
So
It's really hot.
what
Gosh. And we live in Florida as it is. It's so humid. Awful.
So we're excited because I think it's going to be 50 degrees here today.
In Florida?
No, here, where I'm at. And
Where are you?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, my friend moved to Ohio. Amari Wilson. I don't know if it rings a bell. He's a good friend of mine. We used to do theater together. Great person. We've known each other since we were like little bitty babies. And by little bitty babies, I mean 5. But he moved and it's so sad, but also good for him. I want to get away from Florida sometimes. It's so warm. And everyone thinks
you wouldn't have wanted to be here in the last couple of weeks, believe me. We had wind chill. The wind chill temperature was below 0. It was 0 the other day.
Snow?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we had so much snow that
I love snow. I've never actually got to experience snow.
Yeah.
Which
it was great if you didn't have to go anywhere. It was difficult being out in the world, if you will. Tell me a little bit more about what plays you like.
I love Matilda, and it shows because I've done it twice. I've done the show at my community theater, not community, like right at the theater I go to. I've done it twice. And the first time I was Violet, which is this little girl who puts like the little newt in the glass. And the second time I was Miss Honey because the cast was younger. And I was like a mother to them and it was fun. But I also don't want to be a mom until I'm like 40.
Well,
I wanted to put my career first and then I'll be a mom if it goes in my schedule, in my calendar. Yes. But if I do become a mother, one child from every continent, I'm going to adopt. I think that's a great idea. Did you ever hear that Michael Jackson wanted to do that? And he didn't get to, but I want to finish that for him.
Adopt from
every continent. I feel like And I don't even want to adopt people when they're babies. I want to adopt them when they're older, I guess, because I feel like not many people want to adopt kids that are older, and I feel that's
Yeah.
unfair
Yeah.
because I
It's
feel like they
sad.
need a home as well.
Yeah.
And
You've got a lot of heart, Ava. I mean, you've got you have a lot of heart. You've got a lot of empathy.
I think that's a good thing.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing. Empathy is a wonderful thing. Any other favorite plays?
Another favorite play of mine, I guess Chicago. I mean, it's a weird concept for when I was 7. I didn't really understand what was happening, but I love the music. I just loved it. And also another one I like for the music is Evita. I love A New Argentina. That's a great song.
How do you pick the songs that you like to sing?
I don't know. I just
Just
usually I ask my lovely and gorgeous and beautiful voice instructor Damaris, and she always, I think she's watching this. Hi Damaris. And she always recommends songs I've never heard before, and I really enjoy singing them. And I have to venture forth into the music world a little bit more, and I think I have a little bit because I started playing piano recently, and we've done like 2 songs, and I started playing like 2 months ago, and I think I'm doing pretty good. And I'm learning how to read music, which is fun. It is.
so piano and guitar and singing and acting and school.
And dancing, I wouldn't think so much. I can dance, I think. We're about to do ballet, actually, which I think is fun.
Wow.
It's a lot. I have no idea
Yeah,
why.
but
I'm
it's
doing this
wonderful.
myself.
It's wonderful. What mom say?
No,
we
I
just heard,
didn't
like,
say
a little
anything.
knocking thingy.
Oh.
It's so hot in
Well,
here.
I have to. It's hot there, right? What's the temperature?
Oh no, inside it's hot. It's like, but outside it's beautiful. It's in the upper 70s today.
I know Florida only gets that kind of weather, not even in December, which is so upsetting. We only get that in like January, February, March. March if we're lucky, which I don't understand why we don't get in December. I feel like Florida is just, skater land.
I'll try to send you some pictures of what it was like here.
I love
And
snow.
the
I've
snow.
never gotten to experience snow. The only time I ever got snow ever, we were in New York and we were on the Empire State Building, and I was like 4, and I have no recollection of it at all. And it's just me, but I guess it was a little bad because my parents tell me that me and my cousin would throw snowballs at people down below. I think that was a little bad. And I think my parents were reconsidering what exactly we were doing. No, they were like pondering, I guess, what was happening. But it was like little sludge thingies, and it wasn't nice. But I would do snow again, 10 out of 10.
You were much younger, but you've developed such a beautiful heart and empathy, and you are so talented. Ava, what's going on? I see you looking over.
She's just going on and on.
I'm just
Awful.
saying
No.
that Ava is very interesting because when she does theater, it is as if she's another person on stage. And then she brings it home and she doesn't get out of character at all. She continues with us, right, Ava?
Right, Ava?
I mean, I try.
But that's wonderful. One of the things, and I didn't really understand this, I always no filter between my brain and my mouth. I bust myself on things. When I was younger, it was like, I didn't understand what the big deal was with acting, because and as I've aged and understand it, to be able to portray someone, again, I'm very emotional. And for me to be able to watch something and, a movie, whatever, and tear up at someone's acting, that's incredible. It's incredible because they are showing such deep emotion. I could never do that. I think that's an amazing skill, talent. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I think
No,
it's
please.
very very difficult to capture and to get an audience crying. I remember when I sang this one song, I was expecting the audience to cry, but except my mother was sobbing absolutely on the floor. She was just, I was singing Les Mis. It was, and whenever she played the song, even with the Broadway cast, she would just be sobbing. And I mean, I was like, oh, am I doing that great of a job?
Obviously.
I hope so.
Obviously.
But my mother does cry sometimes when I sing. I don't know if it's because it's bad or if it's good. And I hope it's because it's good, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's good. It's good because, you know, and she's so proud of you. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's wonderful how your mom talks about you. And again, yeah, Ava.
She also does talk about my flaws sometimes.
Oh my God,
Which
Bluey,
I
I'm going
would-
to defend myself here.
Please,
This child-
Maggie. Maggie's in the background. Go ahead. Tell me.
Okay,
Maggie.
this child. Okay, so I am her mother and I'm also her biggest fan. But as her mother, as we all know, parents out there, that's level of discipline that you have to engage with 13-year-olds who think that they're adults and they want to take the world on by storm, and then balance that with nurturing career and talent and all of the above. It's a tough road, man.
I'm not a bad kid.
You're an awesome kid.
No, yeah, of course you're not a bad kid. No, yeah.
But she tells her friends all of my dramatic stories. She goes, oh, did you hear Ava at school? Oh, and it's like, Mom.
But Louis, in all fairness, when her friends come up to me and they tell me my dramatic stories as well, I think that there's a banter there.
No, I never tell my friends her stories unless it's my mom yelling at me. I tell my mom's so crazy. And they're like, oh, so crazy. And I'm like, because she doesn't let me do things sometimes, and it's upsetting because I remember it took 3 months to let me walk to Starbucks from school after school. It took 3 months of bargaining, begging, singing, awful. And you can't even imagine how long it's taken to get me a facial. I can't imagine. It's been a year and a half. A year. I've been counting the days.
You know, the walking to Starbucks. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know the scenes in like jail movies where they're like they're marking the walls with chalk of
yeah, with the days.
That's how long it's taken for me to get a facial. But I mean it's booked for Thursday.
Okay, but in all fairness, with the Starbucks walk, parents all out there in the world, no idea what kind of creeps are walking around. So I'm very protective, especially since I used to be a prosecutor with crimes. So.
Ava, I've got to tell you, I agree with Mom on this. I don't want you to get, it's from love and concern. I
know, but the thing is, I agree as well of that kind of perspective. The thing is, I'm with a group of 6 girls, and there are police everywhere because, the community has like 3 schools. But I think
I hear where you're coming from, but I've got to agree with Mom on this one.
No.
It's out of love and concern.
Exactly.
I know, but she also didn't. Oh, she's doing this thing recently. Sorry to switch conversations, but she's been doing this thing where whenever I behave badly, she says, because there's this one school I don't want to go to. Why not say it?
Say that. Tell me again.
Oh no, I can't say it. But whenever my mom set something up for me, whether it's like going to a bat mitzvah or going out to lunch, she goes, oh, I'm gonna take that away from you. And then I started crying and she laughs at me. It's so evil. And
she's having fun with you, right? She's
having so much fun and I'm sobbing on the floor. I do cry very easily and I'm a little bit of a crybaby, but I think that's good.
Ava, I cry too.
No, I cry so much. I cried the other day because my foot hurt a little bit. I also cried the other day because I had my first back pain and I thought I was aging too quickly. It was awful. I got out of my car and I felt my back hurt and I was like, it was terrifyingly bad.
You better? All better?
No, I keep having these back pains and it isn't even scoliosis. It's just me aging. I'd rather it be scoliosis.
What mom
I'd
say?
rather. My mom said, no,
I was like, no, she
wouldn't.
wouldn't. That's absolutely ridiculous. She would rather have a diagnosis like scoliosis versus
Rather
growing
than
pains.
aging.
Rather than growing pains. for
Rather
God's
than
sake. Oh, for
aging.
God's
Ava,
sake.
it's not aging. It's not, I mean, it may be growth spurts, whatever, but it's not like old man back pain or old lady back pain.
I don't know. I'm not sure
It's-
anymore because I am very tall for my age. I'm very tall. I'm like
How tall?
ridiculously tall. I'm taller. I'm almost going to be taller than my mother.
How
And
tall
my
are you?
mother
Say
is
it
taller
again.
than my dad. I am. How tall am I? 5'5",
You're like 5'5".
5'5", 5'6" almost. Crazy. I'm almost taller than my brother.
Oh,
And he's 19. And when that day comes, I will never let him live it down. I'll be so taller than him in heels. It's gonna be so much fun. And when
it'd be
we're both
so much
adults,
fun.
when we're both adults and we'll take like a family photo, I'll be taller than him. And they'll be like, "Oh, Michael, are you the little brother?" And they'll be
Oh.
like, "No, he's the older one."
I'm shrinking. I'm
I
at the age where
feel
I'm
like-
literally, I mean, seriously shrinking.
the
I-
human body can shrink.
When you get old, yeah.
Oh, do you wanna know a
Not a
fun
lot, not a lot. In the way I'm not like, I'm not like 3 foot tall now, but I was surprised recently when I'm shrinking.
Did you know?
I
Fun
don't
fact?
want to get into the whole aging thing in the back and the spine and go ahead.
Fun fact: when you're a baby, your eyes are always going to be the same like size. Because when you grow up, nothing changes. Like it doesn't change. I don't know how to phrase this, but when you grow older, your features like grow and stuff, but your eyes never grow. So that's why babies look so cute too. They have big eyes.
You are seriously, and I mean this sincerely, one of the most amazing people that I've ever spoken with. Ava, I'm serious. And I've done this for decades. I've done this show for decades. Your personality, your wisdom, your empathy, your understand. I am truly blown away by you. And your talent, by the way, also your singing. I just, what's mom
She's
saying?
heckling me.
I'm not
Heckling.
asking her.
She's
I
awful.
just think that I would love for her to sing. That's all, Louie. And I know we're not pressuring her into anything,
Of
but
course,
it's such a beautiful voice she has.
you do, Ava, you do have a beautiful voice. And if you would like to, I'm not going to pressure you, but if you would like to, I would love that. If not, we can do, listen, I mean this sincerely. I don't want you to feel pressured from maybe from mom, but not from me.
She's awful. And after this, she's gonna be like, "Why didn't you sing?" I would really like to do it a different time. It's just I was singing all day yesterday,
That's
and I
Ava,
really
that's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it again. You'll come back and sing. Yeah. Is that yes?
I love singing. It's not that I don't want to do it.
I understand.
but
You don't have to, it's fine.
with her, she's on her phone and she's like, "Oh, there goes that. Look at her. She's awful."
No,
You're
I'm not. I
awful.
swear. Okay, Louie, I love my daughter. I'm
I know
gonna say
you
it out there. She can do whatever. I support
She's
her.
scrolling
and-
on Facebook
No,
right now.
I'm watching you in the show, Ava. But I support her with everything I can. That's
Let
like
me
my
see,
goal
let me
in
see, let me
life
see.
is to make my kids' dreams come true. And the reality is, it's not to force them to do something they don't want to do. And she knows that. And I do find that when someone has a talent as beautiful as hers, and also like you, Louie, you have a talent to interview people. It's just
Okay, well,
amazing.
I'm self-deprecating, so
I
I'm
know
gonna
you
get
are, but I have
shy.
to throw that out there because it's not easy to interview a 13-year-old. Ava loves
Wait,
you because I've like engaged with you, and the reality is you do a great job.
she's
So
shushing you. Wait,
she's
I
shushing
want to, I want to tell you something, Meg, from my perspective. Ava is an amazing interview. It's not difficult interviewing her. She's got so much personality and she's so wonderful. This is believe me, I've had difficult interviews where, and I don't, not to be over, I obviously aren't going to, I won't mention any names, but it's interesting because someone's work can be so interesting to me and fascinating, or amazing author or whatever. Yet I struggle to get them to talk about, not struggle, but it's challenging. Ava is just, I can sit back and just let her roll. She's fantastic.
Because I've watched so many interviews with like Jimmy Fallon, and I was like, I want to be fun, I want to be entertaining, but I also want to get my thing across. So I've like taken notes, and this is my first time at the rodeo. Is that the phrase? I don't know. I've had one interview ever before in my life, but the first one, I was like, no, it was not. I mean, it was great, granted, but I was a little bit nervous. So I think the second time around it's easier, and I do open up too easily. I think that's a problem of mine. Whenever we were at Mac the other day, and my mother has the great idea, because the woman was very nice. So she tells her our entire life story, both of ours combined. It was traumatizing. She goes, oh yeah, Ava's a rising actor, a rising star. And I was like,
okay, this is out of the blue though. It was, the lady was asking because Ava was so engaging.
No.
Yes, it was. And you were so engaging with the lady. So I told her, Ava's an actor, and she loved you, and you were picking out all the pinks and the purples and the blues. Right?
I have a question. How many
Yes.
people are on this live?
Well, the broadcast, I can't tell you yet. Also going to have it up in podcast later, so it'll be available because the young techies have now podcasted it, and we'll be able to have the video posted also at a soon to be announced new website for the show. So, yeah.
Because I just wanted to say hi, everyone. Hi. Because I mean, whenever I see interviews, I never see people like online. I never see them actually say hi to the audience, and I like when they do that. I'm like, hey. But I just hope people are listening to what I'm saying, and I hope they just don't see
Well, I'm
cute little 13-year-old and they go, oh, she's so cute. Ooh.
I will tell you from the audio, the broadcast, I am getting tremendous emails about you, and one from a very well-known author, and I've got to ask him if it's okay if I later. I want to make sure he's cool with that. Because he emailed me about you, and I just, without mentioning who it is, I want you to know, he said, she's got star power, Louis. She's got star power.
That's
And
very
he's
sweet.
a very well-known author, a wonderful, amazing author. And I'll communicate with Mom about that a little bit later. But you are, and he's right, you do have that. Everybody, when I've shown them your video of singing, you're singing, they say the same thing. You've got such a presence. You really do, Ava, you really do. And you will accomplish what you want to. And your mom knows this better than I about the manifesting. But manifesting, Maggie, can I say this, with tremendous talent?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
Absolutely.
You know, it's interesting because, you know, they've been raised in a family where we encourage our kids to go after their dreams, not my dreams for her, but her dreams for herself, because I don't want to live vicariously through my children. I want them to live their best life aligned with their passion. And it's funny because, you know, even aligning with passion, it takes a lot of hard, inspired work too, right? Lou, you know that it takes a lot to wake up every morning and do your thing, even when you're not inspired. But
I'm an awful morning person.
yeah, that's what I told you. Louis tried to change the interview a little earlier, and the two of us would have been like a mess, right, Louis?
I can't wait.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It literally took my father's blood, sweat, and tears to wake me up this morning. It was awful. And I kept, whenever, because I have the best dreams before he wakes me up, and I don't want to get up. And he's like, Ava, you have to wake up for school. That's what I hear, at least.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh no. And I actually start crying in the mornings. I do cry a lot, but I cry because I never want to get out of bed. It's so nice and
I
warm.
have, when you say that about crying, I have an article that I posted up, and I don't know, I'll just tell you, crying has these surprising health benefits. And again,
It does.
yeah, there's actual health benefits to that. And I'm
I'm a very emotional person, and I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I am
bad
too.
necessarily. I just think it's a lot to juggle sometimes.
It is when you're emotional. I want to mention this, Ava, very quickly. Professor Bruce Olaf Solheim, who is another author, and he's written plays. He's a college professor, plays. He's got a new book out called Snort. I mean, he's just incredible. I don't know how he does all the things that he does. He says, you are a natural performer. Yeah, that's very cool. And I appreciate all the comments, and you are amazing. So we'll do this again. You'll sing next time.
I will. Pinky promise. But the next time we do this, fun fact, when you sing, it takes a little bit for your voice to settle in. And usually that's later on, like 3 p.m. maybe.
So you want to,
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you
we'll
don't do
figure-
shows in the afternoon? Oh,
we'll figure something out.
we'll figure something out. It's a work in progress.
We will
Maybe
figure
so.
something out. I have to tell you, I am truly honored to have done the gig with you this morning. I'm serious. You are amazing. And I'm going to be able to, well, I'm going to try to be optimistic because of my age. I'm going to be able to say, well, I did the second interview. She did the gig with me when she was 13 years old. And yeah, I'll be optimistic age-wise because you're so young and it'll be a while, but hopefully I'll still be around.
You know what? Maybe it could be 13. Woo!
Well, look at you now. Look what you do now. I mean, go ahead.
We're trying to get an agent somehow. It's a work in progress. I don't really know how to start that, but I have really big dreams, I think. And I have to apply for high school next year. And I'm in 7th grade right now. Next year, I have to apply to high school. And then I'm thinking I really, really would like to go to New World. If you're out there, New World. Hi.
And what is that?
New World is a great school. My parents are thinking about it, but I'm like trying to appeal to them as much as possible because I really do want to go to art school. Currently, I go to a Catholic school, and they don't have many art programs. I love my piano teacher there who teaches music. I think she is one of the best teachers there. And I also love my teachers this year. It's great. Great.
It's wonderful.
And
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty well in school. I'm getting all A's.
I'm sure. I had no doubt that you're getting all A's.
But I really do like my teachers there, but I just don't think it's enough for me right now. I think I would like to go on to do more and like in art school. What kind of, I think
Want to do
nursing
more.
is
I love that. I love that.
I think everyone has a possibility to do more. And I want to do so much when I'm older. I want to do every single career I possibly can. I want to be like Barbie. You know how she does everything? She was even a pilot. I don't know. That could be in the cards for me. But I want to be a lawyer for criminal cases, maybe. I want to be a singer, actor, president, maybe.
Hey,
We'll
there
see.
you go.
We shall see.
We shall see.
President, I actually have my own trademark already. Do
Tell
you want
me.
to hear it?
Yeah, I sure do.
President Simone, you'll never be alone. Boom. Boom. Take that. Bam. I could be
Well,
one
I
of the
want to,
founding fathers.
that what?
I could be one of the founding fathers. I mean, if I dye my hair white, I could maybe look like one of those white wigs they would wear. I don't know.
Kind of like mine. No, it's gray, not
But
white.
I think
I still have some green in it because of your mom. Gratitude. You know, I did.
Tell her
I
what you
dyed my
did,
hair. I
Louis.
dyed my hair green.
the
And
only
It's
the
going to
only
be, go ahead.
sorry.
No,
The only
no,
reason
no.
I was shushing her before was because she's already had an interview with you. And I was like, this is my mom, my mother. But go on, go on.
No. I did my hair green and remember Maggie?
I do. Gratitude. He's
Gratitude.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. You are awesome. You really are. And I'm going to be able to say, I knew her when. And you'll sing next time for us, correct?
I will.
I'm seriously blown away by you. I'm so impacted. I mean that, Ava. You are amazing. You are truly amazing. I'm truly an honor to have you on Louis B. Free Radio Show, Brain Food from the Heartland. You let me know. We'll figure out a time that you can sing, because I'd really love for you to sing on the show sometime. Not now. I don't mean that as a, I need you to sing now. You didn't change your mind, did you?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Mama,
No. Meg,
Better. I know, but it's so good. Look, Louis. Honestly, the reality is she tortures me because she knows I love listening to her
she
sing.
Is actually awful.
And she like tortures me. So
I would.
I know. I get that. I love the relationship you have with.
And she goes, Eva, please. It's like we're in a telenovela. It's like so dramatic.
We're Italian, Louis. What do you want? We're good Italians.
She goes, no, look, she's like right over here, and she's going, please. She's like bribing me.
She's too much.
I have to say that you seriously, you are incredible. Incredible. And this has been really an honor. You know, I had heard you sing. I saw the videos. I love your mom. But I had no idea that the depth, the passion that you have. I mean that. I had no idea. And this has been truly an honor and a joy to have you on. We'll do it again.
Thank you.
Ava, thank you.
It's an honor.
Thank you so much. Meg, thank you. You're in the background, but audio.
She's right next to me. It's horrifying because if I say anything wrong,
horrifying. Oh my God, I don't even.
If I say anything wrong, I look to the left of me and I see.
It's best not to look. Don't look. Right.
That's exactly what she does.
Oh, you are just incredible.
She mouths to me, "Don't say it." I'm just thinking, what is happening?
It's all live, so it doesn't matter.
She's right next to me, and she's going like this.
Oh, I'll tell you something for people listening. I wish you could see that. Your facial expressions are great. You're incredible. Thank you. Oh, here
I am. I will tell you, you are a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person to interview, my beautiful girl. And the other thing is that she is theatrical because I wasn't judging her at all. I was just listening.
She was right next to me. You're a liar. She was going right next to me. She was going.
I was listening the whole time, and I enjoyed it very much. No critiques. None. No critiques.
Meg, I've got to tell you, this isn't like a favor to you. She's amazing. This is an honor for me. I mean that. I'm serious. This is just, she is, see, now I'm going to get emotional. She's just she's an incredible human being. Wow. You are, I was going to say, you are raising, you put an incredible human being in our world. I mean that. I am, when you say this has just been incredible for me.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No, thank you. Thank you for who she is.
I'm begging my mom not to cry because when she cries, she goes.
And what song is the song that Les Mis always cry for hours?
I don't know what his name, but it's like Jean Valjean.
Oh my God, when Jean Valjean. Oh, he's a boy. What is it?
No, it's the song where like the dad who adopted Colleen, and he's like, and she always cries, but it's like okay, this sounds kind of bad. I do laugh at her when she cries.
She does laugh at me.
In all subjects, I do laugh because it's a little funny the way she cries. And I'm not laughing because of why she's crying.
Isn't that great, Louis, to have a child laugh at you when
that busts you? That busts you? That right?
She laughs at me when I cry about not wanting to go to this one school. But we don't talk about that. No, we talk about me crying about me,
No.
But she cries. It's the funniest thing ever. It's like a little rhino, like struggling.
about anybody. That's terrible. Oh my God, you're too much.
Like a vacuum machine.
Okay, talk about self-deprecating. I don't need self-deprecating. I have her.
That's right. No kidding. But she does it with so much love. It's obvious that it's loving, obviously.
She's a good girl. Anyway,
I think she is amazing. And I'm looking forward to having you back and having you sing. And I've just truly, truly loved this opportunity. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, Meg.
Oh, no.
You know, and the other thing I do want to say this, the fact that she can do those, I'll just say impersonations of you.
Oh no, she's really good.
That and yet you laugh and that it's okay with it's a beautiful thing.
I'm really spot on with it. She has to laugh because she knows I'm right.
Yeah, she's pretty
She
right.
can't even go against it.
Yeah, I can't. It's pretty much me. Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily like I didn't sign up in life to have a child to actually repeat all the big,
She
beautiful
told
things
me-
that I do.
She told me the other day, I never wanted this. Why are you such a heckler? And I was like, what is wrong with you?
Oh my God. Louis, oh my gosh. Anyway.
Thank you both. Meg Nussler, thank you so much. Ava, you are incredible. Truly an honor. Let's do it again. Sing next time, okay? I want Meg. You're not going to give her a bad. I'm doing this on air. You are not going to give her a bad time about not singing today, correct?
I will not. I promise. I promise.
Promise. See, Mom promised. I got Mom to promise. On Pinky promised. They're doing the.
Crossing her fingers.
Yeah, doesn't matter. She did it on air. It's you know. I've
Yeah,
got the audio. I've got the video.
Yeah, my
She
word
promised. She won't. She won't. Meg, I love you.
is good. I
Thank
love
you so
too,
much.
Louis. Thank you.
Ava.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you.
An honor.
Incredible. It's my honor. It's my honor. Thank you. Thank you both. Wow. How incredible